In a developing story, we're hearing from Governor Kevin Stitt after 3 local mental health organizations claimed their funding will soon be cut by the state.
Fox 23's Paris Rain joins us live in the newsroom with what the governor said today in his weekly briefing about investing in mental health. Paris, he says he wants to make sure the state sees positive outcomes.
Yeah, Nathan and Shay, Governor Stitt says the state spends a lot of money per capita on things like mental health. He says they're asking tough questions right now to make sure the state is being good stewards of taxpayer dollars.
And I want to assure Oklahomans that we are providing the same dollars. We're not cutting any kind of services. There are some contracts that we're certainly going through that maybe the RFP process wasn't done accurately, and so we want to re-put those out there. And like I've reminded people before, we keep investing more money in mental health.
At his weekly press briefing, Governor Kevin Stitt addressed some concerns when it comes to budget cuts for the Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services after it was discovered the agency had a financial shortfall.
How can we actually take care of mental health, get homeless off the street, get them the help they need? Let's remember, that's the big picture here, right? Is why do we still have homeless people in Oklahoma City and Tulsa and other communities when we're spending $800 million on that? What are those nonprofits doing?
Last week, Fox 23 told you Creoaks, Grand Mental Health, and Family and Children's Services received emails from the Oklahoma Office of Management and Enterprise Systems stating their contracts will be terminated and funding will be cut starting May 10th. The CEO at Grand Mental Health, Josh Cantwell, says the notice was a complete shock, and he's now worried about their patients getting the mental health care they need.
There's going to be increased overdoses. There's going to be deaths that would occur with people losing their mental health care. So for us, it's just about having those conversations in a way, collaborating, figuring out what we can do to ensure that those cancellations don't go to effect.
Monday, Governor Stitt announced he would appoint a special investigator to examine the mental health department.
We're supposed to be holding them accountable, not being their best friends, especially when we're funding $800 million to this industry. And we need to have a great relationship. But it's okay to have a little bit of, distance from those folks to hold them accountable.
According to Governor Stitt, the investigator will examine every aspect of the department's finances, employment records, and contracting practices. The investigator will regularly update the governor's office and will have access to everything except protected health information. Tomorrow, a special State House committee will look into what exactly is going on with the finances at the mental health department, and the state auditor and inspector are also doing a forensic audit of the agency. Live in the newsroom covering news that matters, I'm Paris Rain, Fox 23 News.
Today, the Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services submitted a request to the legislature to add an extra $6.2 million to its budget in order to keep all of its services running through June 30th.